Hello, hello, hello. My goodness, we're on day 4 already of Tap into Your Infinite Self. I don't know about you, but it has been a complete transformation for me again this week. When you listen to this stuff over and over again, you find something deep inside of you that you didn't even know existed, but you've got to be in and listening. So this is only just once a month, Imagine if you had this every single day. Wow, could you see your transformation? My goodness. So listen, book a call if you haven't already. I'll be your success advisor if you haven't already got one. And the link is up there or down there. Just make sure you get on and book a call. But we're just about to start. Any minute now, we are just about to start. And so the team are getting ready to give you another amazing day. And so this is all about decision. So yesterday, decision is like every thought is a decision, by the way, but you're going to hear more about that. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. You will hear more about that today. But as to go on for yesterday's, the self image, you cannot outperform your self image. Now, how does that relate to your goal and how important it was? Because we had that the day before, about your goals and the importance of having a goal that was just so super, super stupid that people would laugh at you. And let me tell you, if people are not laughing at your goals and if they're not criticizing you, then they're not big enough. You're still within your paradigm. If people say to you, you're in your current network, oh, yeah, that's a really good idea. No, go bigger. You want people to think, who do you think you are? Honestly, you want people to do that. If you're embarrassed, it's just your ego. If you feel hurt by somebody's criticism, it's just your ego. You got to realize who you are. And that's what yesterday's self image was all about. Did you watch it? And if you haven't, you need to get in there and watch it about who you truly are. Like Bob says, you're not your hand, you're not your name, you're not your body. The body's an instrument of the mind. Who are you? Who is this me? Now, let me tell you about the importance of matching your goals and your self image. When I was way back then, 19 years of age, and now bearing in mind that my mum had told me that I was not academic and that the best I could ever hope to be was a secretary. And as far as I'm aware, whenever I studied to be a secretary, I had to have a brain and I had to pass exams because I was being a medical secretary and there was a lot of things to learn. Let me tell you, it wasn't an easy ride. I don't know what she was thinking at all. And to learn how to type, well, that was repetition, 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 which is what we do with our affirmations. But anyway, with that in mind, I decided to go for an interview to the RAF. And so I went along and I had to do an IQ test. Well, when I came out, they said to me that my IQ was 160 and that they didn't want me to be a secretary. They wanted me to come and do officer training. As far as they were concerned, I'd already passed the interview and they wanted me to start the training. And I was like, don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that to them, but in my head, I was like, oh my God, they've got the wrong person. Like, I don't even know what an officer is. I'd gone to be a secretary. My goal was to be a secretary because that's what I thought I could do. And so when they came up with this thing that I was, an officer, I didn't even understand what the IQ thing was, to be honest. I didn't have a clue. It was just so far beyond me that I literally just said, thank you very much. And I left and I didn't answer any calls or anything after, and I didn't turn up for training. So, and I also didn't tell anybody anything. Now, I didn't realize what I'd done. I didn't realize what was driving me. My self image was driving me. My self image taught me that I was a secretary, and that was because I was told that that's what I would be the best at. I was told that. I took it on board, I accepted it, and I couldn't see anything else. No matter what anybody else said to me, it felt like criticism. So, do you know when I first realized this? Was whenever I started studying thinking into results with Bob and we did the self-image lesson, and I sat back and I went, oh my God, my self-image drove me not to be the officer, but to leave. And other things happened clearly in my life. So what is your self-image driving in you? Because the self-image will drive the decisions you make, which is why this is the order that everything's been done in this week. About here's what's holding you back, here's what's controlling you. Then it was about goals, where do you want to be? Something ridiculous, something that lifts you out of your chair and puts a big smile on your face, not what you think you can get, but what you would love, what you would absolutely love. And then the the self-image that goes with that. Be the self-image. You already are it. You don't have to try. You see, that was the other mistake that I did, is I tried to be something different. I already was her. I just didn't know because I was so busy listening to the paradigm. And so your decisions will be then formed from what your goals are set at and what your self-image is. And your decisions will be made from there. That's why most of the time you don't even realize you're making a decision. But your self-image is making the decisions for you in that 98%. That's why this is all so important. I wish it could just happen in a week. It doesn't just happen in a week. It didn't happen for me in a week. It doesn't happen, for most people in a week or watching it once a month. This is consistent, persistent. This is not even transformational. It's about getting rid of the crap. It's about taking a new program. Being a programmer for computers, it's the same thing for programming your mind, but what are you programming it with? Do you know how to reprogram your computer? If something goes wrong with your computer, do you get into the back of it and start fixing it? No, you don't. You call in an expert. And that's what Bob has taught us to be. So book that call. I am an expert in this. And you know why? Not just because I learned it and because I know about, how to program a computer, but because I've been through the mill with it. Goodness knows, 12 times round with thinking into results here. Book a call. Make that decision. How do you set your goals and your self-image to be able to make the decisions for you? Perhaps you'll give me a call. Perhaps you've got some great idea that you haven't told anybody, that you're so scared of, that you've been working towards, but you can't see it happening. Or maybe you already got success and you just know there's something more there. You know there's something more there, but you don't know how to access it. Book that call. I'll be ready for you. Anyway, we're just about to get started. So literally, we're just about to get going. The team are there, ready, and enjoy the show today. Decision. Make the decision to put you first, your family first, and make this happen. I don't know how many more years you think you've got here, but you've only got one life. Let's make it count. See you now.